and we're joined by Ashley Ramsay in front of the Innovation Center. Okay,
Yes.
now people would mostly know you through the Yeti Farm, which now is
Artist Animation
right.
Studio.
Right. A great locally based animation company that you were a part of starting.
Yes, yeah. Both are important pieces of the community. It all did start with the Innovation Center. It started just up the street when it was a little smaller. And, Yeti Farm was growing as well. And we did support, through letters and things to have the Innovation Center built.
Yeah. And you've been working in the Innovation Center as
No,
well?
so we kind of grew a little bit too big. We did have another location. But currently my role with Accelerate Okanagan, helping behind the scenes in the tech community to put infrastructure in place for tech startups, does happen at the Innovation Center. Yes, yeah,
So
and a
you've
lot
been-
of the different
right.
events.
So you've been involved in the sort of political policy sector for
Right.
some time. That's like political experience.
Yeah, 100%. So just to speak to that a little bit, I would say that most of the work I've been doing is nonpartisan at this time. Like I said, 10 years ago, I got a call to be added to this thing called the BC Small Business Roundtable. It was within the Ministry of Small Business Red Tape Reduction. Had no idea what it was, jumped in with 2 feet, thought, oh my gosh, I want to make a difference. So that was when Robert Fine from the Economic Development Commission stepped down and he appointed me. And I caught the bug. And we worked behind the scenes to remove red tape for small businesses for the majority of those next 5 to 6 years. When the NDP did take over, that particular board did subside in our meetings, and we'd like to get that engine fired up again and really hear from businesses once again. We used to hold round tables in the region. Myself and Norm Letnick sat down with many businesses many different times. And then from there, it snowballed into me taking roles with other organizations like Accelerate Okanagan, Innovate BC, mostly around supporting businesses that are doing wonderful, amazing work in the intellectual property sector with, even technology that's hiring or helping with, fire mitigation and climate change and all kinds of different sectors that are supported by technology. So it's like a huge passion of mine.
Yeah, so it sounds like you bring yourself to the political table motivated by doing what you can to set the table so businesses can thrive.
You know what? I firmly believe that the affordability issue, the housing issue, healthcare even, like the bedrock of our province, I firmly believe is economic, good jobs, good paying jobs. We've got to fire the engine up again. Like I said, my kids are growing into graduating from high school, and I'm wondering, how are they going to get a good paying job? How are they going to afford a home? And so joining the BC United, watching what they were doing and the policies and what Kevin was talking about, I had to jump in. I have to make a difference.
Okay. It is a strange time in BC politics, though, right? I mean, it's this whole thing with the Conservatives suddenly coming out of nowhere, and now, this party that was close behind the NDP. The polls may had a bit of a bounce back, but yeah, it's a strange time.
It is a strange time. But one of the pieces of due diligence that I had to do was to look at the candidates across the board of both parties, 3 parties, all of them. And what I noticed was the experience, the track record of this party. So there are, the candidates across the board are just stellar. We've got doctors, surgeons, nurses, OB-GYN to cover healthcare. We've got business people. We have people that have lived experience as an MLA in the Ledge, which is what we need to actually take action in this province. Yeah, it's a weird time, but we need to turn this ship around quite quickly, and we need people who can hit the ground running. Yeah. And as you can see, I'm exuding passion about this, and I'm just like, you know what? This is the team that I need. Like, if I was running this as a business, that's the management team I would want to take the reins, right? And, I say that with conviction and belief in my heart, my soul, my body. So, yeah.
So, in the past, getting the nomination for what was the BC Liberals and is now BC United, getting the nomination, you wouldn't even needed to campaign, really. Of course, you'd be impolite not to. Like, it was won. Now, not the case.
Oh man, this fires me up. I've been up at 4:00 in the
Yeah.
morning every day, and I cannot wait to get out there. I'm
Right.
just.
But the other thing that's different
So-
now is in the past,
Yes.
you would be saying, like, your opponent was just the NDP. Well, now your opponent in that riding would be the Conservative candidate.
Right.
So they're actually to the right of you and not the left. So that's another thing that's different.
Yeah,
Right?
it's all good. You know what? I'm a good person. It's a fair competition.
You're going to
and-
campaign for you, not so
I'm-
much against something else.
Thank you.
that
You
it?
will notice. Thank you, Kent. You will notice that in my social and in my communications, it's going to be about the solutions and the way forward. It's not going to be about going backwards. It's not going to be about bashing anyone down. If that's what headquarters wants to do, that's their job. But my job is to be here as a candidate who is a true, authentic human in the same situation that my families are in Kelowna-Mission, and that's all I care about.
Terrific. It was really good meeting you.
Thank you, Kent.
And best of luck. And
Thank you.
thank you for watching Kelowna
you.
Now.